So hello everyone, myself Karthike and today's session we will discuss class 9 social science civics part. So this is your chapter number 3rd, electoral politics. So this is third part, first and second part, link in description so you can watch. So without any further delay, let's get started. So question number first, mention any 2 points relating to the model code of conduct of election campaign. So answer, first point, no candidate can use any place worthy for election propaganda. Second point, no party can use government vehicle for elections. Next question, question number 2, what is an EVM? So answer, it is an electronic voting machine that is called EVM, which is used to record votes. The machine shows the name of candidate and the symbols of their parties. Next question, question number 3rd, what is the importance of election in a democracy? So answer, first point, elections are the axis of democracy. Second point, if the government is not working according to the wishes of the people, the voters can change it through elections. So next question, question number 4, who appoints the chief election commissioner? Mention any 2 provisions which ensure the independence of the election commission. So answer, the President of India appoints the Chief Election Commissioner, but once appointed, he or she is not answerable to President or the government. He is fixed tenure of 6 years. So next question, question number 5, what is ballot paper? So answer, a ballot paper is a sheet of paper on which the name of the contesting candidates along with the party name and the symbols are listed. Next question, question number 6, name the machine by which the ballot paper has been replaced. So answer, these are being replaced by the electronic voting machine that is called EVMs. So next question, question number 7, why are the candidates required to give a detailed statement of their property and other details? So answer, this provides an opportunities to the voter to make decision to choose the right candidate. The candidate also provide details of their assets and liabilities. Through this, the voters can judge how much the candidate has earned from one election to another. Next question, question number 8. The makers of our constitution have provided us with a special system of reserve constituency. Give reason. So answer, first point, our constitution entitles every citizen to elect representatives and to be elected as the representative. Second point, the constitution maker, however, were worried that an open electoral competition, certain weaker section may not stand a good chance to get elected to the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies. Third point, these backward people may not have required resources, education and contact to contest and win election against other. Those who are influential and resourceful may prevent them from winning elections. Fourth point, if that happens, our parliament and assemblies would be deprived of the voice of a significant section of our population. That would make our democracy less representative and less democratic. So to avoid this, some constituencies have been reserved for the weaker section. So next question, question number 9. Explain any 4 conditions that make election democratic. So answer, first point, an independent election commission. In our country, elections are conducted by an independent and a very powerful election commission. It enjoys the same kind of independence that the judiciary enjoys. The Chief Election Commission is appointed by the President of India, but once appointed, he is not answerable to the President or the government. Even if the ruling party or the government does not like what the commission does, it is virtually impossible for it to remove the CEC. Second point, popular participation. In India, the poor, illiterate and underprivileged people vote in large proportion as compared to the rich and privileged section. This is in contrast to Western democracy. For example, in the United States of America, poor people, African American and Hispanic vote much less than the rich and white people. Third point, acceptance of election outcome. The outcomes The outcome of India's elections speak for itself. The ruling party routinely lost elections in India, both the national and the state levels. In fact, in every 2 out of the 3 elections held in the last 15 years, the ruling party lost. In US, incumbent or sitting elected representative rarely loses an election. In India, about half of the sitting MPs and MLAs lost elections. Fourth point, regular elections. In India, the Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections are held regularly after every 5 years. After 5 years, the term of all the elected representative comes to an end. So next question number 10. How can you measure people's participation in the election? So answer, people's participation in the election is usually measured by voter turnout. So next question number 11. What was the voter turnout in India and UK in 1991? So answer, in UK 78% and in India 56%. Next question number 12. What can you conclude about the turnout? So answer, over the last 50 years the turnout in England has declined, whereas in India the turnout has either remained the same or gone up. So next question number 13. What are the different measures taken to the ensure free and fair elections in India? So answer, first point, the Election Commission has the power to implement the code of conduct and the punish any candidate or party that violates it. Second point, during the period of election, the Election Commission can order the government to follow some guidelines, including transferring some government officials like a collector or an SP. Third point, no bribe or threaten to the voters. Fourth point, no appeal by the candidates in the name of caste and religion. Fifth point, election expenditure should not exceed more than 95 lakh for Lok Sabha and 40 lakhs in the assembly election. So next question number 14. What is a reserved constituency? Why do we have this system? So answer, when any constituency is reserved for people who belonging to the scheduled caste or scheduled tribes, such a constituency is called a reserved constituency. Reasons are, first point, this system of reserved constituencies make our democracy a real representative democracy. Second point, if there would have not been this provision, very few persons from the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes would have been elected in Lok Sabha or Vidhan Sabha for lack of resources, education, contacts, etc. Third point, such classes were victims of discrimination for centuries. Though much has been improved, there still are many people who will not allow these people to win elections. Fourth point, if people belonging to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes had not been elected, our parliament and assemblies would have been deprived of the voice of a significant section of the society. So now we will discuss long answer type question. So question number first, explain the role of election commission in conducting free and fair election. So answer, first point, allotment of election symbol. The political party of national standing are allotted permanent election symbols. These symbols help even an ordinary man to recognize the different parties instantly. Second point, preparation of electoral rolls. Electoral rolls are prepared in which the name, father's name, age and sex of voters are clearly mentioned. Third point, delimitation of constituency. The whole area where elections are held is divided into so many clear-cut constituencies so that the elections are held in an organized way. Fourth point, fixing the election dates. The election date is announced so that the voters can easily cast their votes on that particular date. Fifth point, scrutiny, careful examination of nomination papers. The candidates willing to contest the election have to file a nomination up to a particular date. Then the election commission scrutinizes their paper and accept or reject the nomination papers as the case may be. Sixth point, checking undue interference of the party in power. An important duty of the Election Commission is to see that the party in power does in no way take any advantage over other parties or individuals. So next question number 2, explain the election procedure. So answer, first point, announcement of date. The election procedure starts with the announcement of dates and the candidates file their nomination paper. Second point, scrutinizing of nominations. The nomination papers are scrutinized on the fixed dates. The incomplete or incorrect paper are rejected by the Election Commission. Third point, withdrawal of nominations. The candidates are given a date for the withdrawal of their names. Fourth point, publication of the final list. After the withdrawal, the final list is printed. Election symbols are allotted to the candidates. Fifth point, election campaign. When the list of eligible candidates get printed by the returning officer, the different political parties issue their election manifestos and propagate their program to the people through public meeting, procession, rallies, newspaper, booklet, radio and television. Sixth point, polling public holiday. A public holiday is declared on the election day so that each voter may exercise his or her vote. During the elections of the 13th Lok Sabha held in 1999, electronic voting machines were used in 46 constituencies and the experiment proved quite successful. Now the Election Commission has decided to make more and more use of EVMs as it eliminates many malpractices found in the electoral system. During the election of the 17th Lok Sabha, EVMs were used throughout India. Next, counting of votes. After the elections are over, the counting personnel are appointed by the election officer who at fixed place and time start their counting work in the presence of the returning officer or room. Next point, declaration of results. After the counting of votes is over, the election officer declares the candidates getting the maximum votes elected. So next question number 3. What is an election? Discuss the importance of elections in a democracy. So answer, an election is a contest between the different political parties in order to get people's support. Elections are expectationally important in a democracy because of the following reason. So first point, without the elections, a democratic government cannot be set up. It has been rightly said, no election, no democracy. Second point, through elections alone, the people can get rid of an unpopular government and in its place, they can elect a new popular government. Third point, it is through elections alone that an effective control can be maintained on the executive. Fourth point, all the citizens of a modern democracy cannot run the administration, only their representative can do it for them. In order to choose such representatives, elections are a must. So next question number 4, mention any 5 conditions of democratic elections. So answer, first point, everyone should be able to choose. This means that everyone should have one vote and every vote should have equal value. Second point, there should be something to choose from. Parties and candidates should be free to contest elections and should offer some real choice to the voters. Third point, the choice should be offered to regular intervals. Elections must be held regularly after every few years. Fourth point, the candidate preferred by the people should get elected. And fifth point, elections should be conducted in a free and fair manner where people can choose as they really wish. So next question number 5, how does our election law regulate campaign? So answer, it is necessary to regulate election campaign to ensure that every political party and candidate get a free and equal chance to compete. According to our election law, no party or candidate can bribe or threaten voters. Second, appeal to them in the name of caste and religion. Third, use government resources for election campaign. And fourth, spend more than 95 lakhs in a constituency for a Lok Sabha election or 40 lakh in a constituency in assembly election.